You know the type of town I'm talking about, right? Quiet streets, friendly faces. Every small town has its secrets. But what happens when that secret isn't just a secret? What if it's something ancient, something hungry, that has decided to come home? Well, that's the chilling idea we're going to unpack today.
So today, we're diving deep into a true masterclass in small-town terror, Stephen King's iconic novel, Salem's Lot. This isn't just a story. It's the tale of how a town quietly, slowly dies in the dark.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're in Jerusalem's Lot, Maine, or just Salem's Lot if you're local. It's one of those sleepy little towns you could drive right through and forget. Except, overlooking it all is a place that casts a long, cold shadow over every single person and every single thing.
Yeah, the Marsten House. It's not just a building, It's more like a monument to the town's collective fear. The book calls it a castle among the trees, and that's the perfect way to put it. It sits up there like some evil king on a throne, just watching and waiting.
And this isn't your average haunted house. Oh no, this place is steeped in tragedy, and its very presence feels like a poison in the air. The locals, well, they whisper about it, if they talk about it at all. It's the one place in town everyone just knows you stay away from.
So, into this quiet, nervous little town steps our main guy, someone who actually has a history here, and he's been pulled back by the very thing everyone else is trying so hard to forget.
Meet Ben Mears. He's a writer, and he's not just looking for a good story. No, for him, this is personal. See, as a kid, he had a truly terrifying run-in inside the Marsten House, and that memory has haunted him his entire life. He thinks that if he can just write about it, confront it head-on, he can finally put those ghosts to rest. And this is where Ben makes the choice that changes everything. He decides to do the one thing no one in their right mind would ever do: go straight into the heart of the darkness. It's a bold move, maybe a foolish one, and it's about to kick off a chain of events that will tear this town apart.
But Ben's story isn't the only one that matters, not by a long shot. The real soul of Salem's Lot is its people, and their lives are about to get tangled up in the mystery of the Marsten House.
So at the center of it all, you've got Ben, our guide into this whole mess. Then there's Susan Norton, a local woman who gets drawn to his dark obsession. And you have to remember young Mark Petrie, a kid whose love for monster movies might just turn out to be the most important survival skill anyone in this town has.
But just as Ben gears up to face the house on his own terms, bam! He's too late. It's been sold to two mysterious men who open up a local antique shop. You've got Mr. Straker, the one who does all the talking, and his partner, the very reclusive Mr. Barlow, who nobody ever sees. Their arrival? That's the spark that lights the fuse. The quiet dread that's always been simmering in Salem's Lot is about to boil over. And this, right here, is where everything starts to shift. That presence in the Marsten House isn't sleeping anymore. It's awake, it's hungry, and its influence begins to creep out like a sickness, poisoning the very soul of the town.
You can literally feel the town decaying. What used to be simple, neighborly gossip turns into real paranoia. People start to disappear. The town that felt totally safe after dark, now the streets are empty and every door is locked the second the sun goes down. See, this isn't just a monster story. It's about a community being slowly and systematically hollowed out from the inside.
All of a sudden, those old ghost stories don't seem so silly anymore, and a few terrifying questions are hanging over everyone's head. First and foremost, what is the real secret of the Marsten House?
And right on the heels of that one, who are these new owners, Straker and Barlow, really? What in the world did they bring with them?
And maybe the most terrifying question of all, why does the whole town now fall completely silent after sunset? Something is hunting in the streets of Salem's Lot, and the night doesn't belong to the living anymore.
See, the real problem is, the evil didn't stay locked up in the house. It got an invitation. And now it walks freely among the people of the town. And this is the absolute horror of Salem's Lot. It's not about a monster jumping out of a closet. It's about watching your friends, your family, your neighbors become the monsters. It's that chilling, sickening realization that the people you've known your entire life, they aren't themselves anymore.
This description of the decay inside the Marsten House
It's a perfect metaphor for the town itself, isn't it? A kind of moral and spiritual rot is just setting in, covering everything in filth and darkness, as the very humanity of Salem's Lot gets eaten away.
So, in the end, the story leaves us with this one powerful question. When the darkness settles in, and the faces you know and love become monstrous, who is going to be brave enough to stand up and turn on the lights?